Welcome everybody. Today is the first day of the conscious quarantine. We decided with Costa Dulce where our values are to connect people more with themselves and connect people more with the world. That now in this time that it's a bit more challenging, not to say impossible, but it's a bit more challenging to connect with our outer world because most of us are inside, but we have the luck that we can still be outside and that we can use our time in these beautiful surroundings to help you firstly connect more with yourself and of course connect you with the world that surrounds you. So we're gonna share content each and every day. We have a certain schedule so you can check that, and for the first session today we're gonna do a 20 to 30 minute heart opening gratitude yin yoga session. For this session, you don't really need anything. It can be handy if you have a block or if you have a bolster, but even if you don't have it, you'll be perfectly fine. Most important is that you have your body, which you may be so grateful for already, so that's the first thing. That you have your breath, and that you have an intention to give yourself something else than all the fear and worry information that's coming in from the outside, that from the inside out we can connect with an intention of gratitude and an intention to relax and surrender to this session. So if you have props, if you have a mat, we're gonna start in child's pose or laying down onto our back. So you can either choose to come in child's pose with your arms next to you, or maybe if child's pose is not working for you because you have any knee issues or problems, you can just come on your back with your knees hugging to your chest, maybe even a bolster or a cushion on your knees. Your arms can be extended to the front or your arms can be next to you. But again, what is most important is that you find yourself space, not only physically, but also energetically, where you can draw back from all that surrounds you and use this moment to connect to the richness and the potential that lies within you. And in order to do that, you can of course start with all the apparent distractions that might be around you. To shut off any television, shut off everything that is coming from the outside in. Maybe some tranquil music, or for us the sound of the ocean, the sound of the waves. As you start using the sensations and all that surrounds you to become more aware of your physical presence in the space. So whatever subtle sound you hear, the sun, the warmth that's possibly touching your skin, the lightness or darkness in the space, the connection of you physically with the earth, being it a floor, being it sand, being it grass. As you start becoming truly aware of your physical presence, your physical body and the division between you and what surrounds you. As if you could see yourself laying down, landing on this exact spot in this exact room. As as you grow not only your physical awareness, you start inviting your energetical awareness to connect your energy with this moment right here. So maybe a part of your energy is still somewhere with that person, that situation, that future, that past. Allow all of those bits and pieces to come in. And cultivate and nourish that awareness by acknowledging the exchange that is happening right here and right now between you and what surrounds you in each and every precious breath. When you breathe in, you really feel, without changing it, how the breath is moving in your physical shape, in your physical body. And when you breathe out, you really connect your physical body to the earth. When you breathe in, you grow your awareness on your physical shape. And when you breathe out, you maybe allow some more softness in your body itself. As you are aware of your physical body and of the exchange of the breath, can you allow in each and every out breath to soften up? Not by pushing anything away. We are not here to reject ourselves, but by allowing yourself to feel relaxed. Allowing yourself to perceive the richness of this moment, of this breath, of this body. And when we practice yoga, and just in life in general, we might be distracting. Our mind might take us somewhere else, again, to the situation, to the people. But you choose to reconnect to the self, to the body, to the breath. And I wish in this session for you to remember that each breath is a new opportunity to be with yourself, to explore space in the self, in moments that there's little or less exploration outside. Can we use this time to grow our awareness and expand our potential from the inside? I wish to invite you to stay here a bit more, but if you feel like this is really intense on the knees, you can of course change again to laying down on the back, what I said before. If you are still comfortable here, I would wish to invite you to start extending the arms to the side, as we are going to work a bit more onto the arms to the front, as we are going to work onto the heart space, opening up that space where in yoga is said that our awareness resides, our ability to be present and to be connected with ourselves and the world around. And for some of us, we might even feel that this is very accessible in the shoulders and the neck. Then you may lift your buttocks and bring the hips up high in a 90-degree angle, so your upper and lower legs are in a 90-degree angle, and you can melt your heart to the earth. Whatever option you choose. We are just gonna stay here. And breathe in that position. Aware of the connection to earth. Aware of the connection around. Aware of the interchange in each and every breath. Allowing each and every breath to be an opportunity to relax more. To open up more. Since that is the only reality within our control, is the perception of and the connection to our inner world. We're gonna take a few more moments here. Don't you worry if you are distracted. Don't you judge, because distraction is not your choice. Your choice is to reconnect, to honor each and every breath. So wherever we are going to find our hands. We're going to slide our hands underneath the shoulders, and we're going to find ourselves in all four position, hands and knees. What you're going to do is you're going to just let your breath move the body, and you want to moreover focus on the spine. So if there's some tense spots into the spine, you want to really focus and stay onto those spots that feel tense. So instead of avoiding the discomfort and tension, we mindfully choose to connect to tension and to breathe into that space. Letting each and every breath invite you to be here, each and every sensation. Connecting you to your body. Taking a few more moments here. Or of course, you can always pause. That's the advantage of a video, and just go on a little bit longer. And when you feel ready, you can find your way onto the belly. You don't have to do chaturanga. You can just do whatever feels good to come onto your belly. When you're laying down on your belly, I want you to shake your hips a little bit and find some space into the hips. So shaking a little bit. And then you are gonna find a connection in your lower belly. So you press your lower belly into the earth. So you have a firm connection of your lower belly into the earth. And then you're going to breathe in. You're going to lift your right leg just a little bit. and extend it far back, as if someone pulls your leg back, as if your leg is all the way pulled back. You hold here, and on your next exhalation you release that leg. And then you switch side, you lift your left leg up, you extend it far back as if someone's pulling it, and you release. You can do that one more time on each side, really exploring some spaciousness into our hip area. So you're gonna find yourself in neutral position. Maybe your heels can fall a bit out. If it feels better for you to open the legs a bit more or close them, that's your choice. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lift our heart. We're gonna place our elbows underneath the shoulders. If you have a bolster with you, you might wanna bring it in a more passive back bend by supporting the chest. And maybe you wanna even drop your head onto a block or onto support if you wanna have more release in the back of the neck and you don't want to look forward, but you want to relax. You just find yourself the position that feels best, so with or without a block, with or without a bolster. And people who are very comfortable here, they can always choose to bend the legs. But make sure you are not compressing. In yin, we are not trying to go to our fullest capacity. The biggest transformation that comes from yin is from slow and persistent connection. Long holds for sustainable and ongoing transformation on all levels, from the physical body to the energy, to the mind, and even your emotional and perceptual world. And you don't have to actively do something for that, you just let go, so that that is already there can show. Relaxation is natural. Awareness is our true nature. So remind yourself in each breath we're going to try to hold here for a few more moments. In this pose, we are really tapping into the kidney energy, which helps us to relax and restore the body, our precious body, that is always here for us, but shouldn't be taken for granted. Take a few more breaths here, maybe exhaling a bit slower, again remembering that connection to earth, to the body, to the breath. You may release the legs, release the body, and in your own time and pace, either you're coming to hands and knees position. Or if it's within the practice to stretch and lengthen the spine, you can come to downward facing dog for a few breaths. And you really want to focus on extending the spine. So what you can do is bend your legs more here. Bend them one by one. Or really bend them both and really bring your heart and rib cage towards your legs. And what you can do here, if you were maybe having some tension either in your physical body or in your mind, something you want to release, you can always breathe a few times out through the mouth. That's again another advantage. You can do as crazy and you can make weird sounds because nobody around cares, and you shouldn't either. Breathing out through the mouth helps us to really release and tap into more relaxation. So breathe fully out, maybe even sticking your tongue out, full exhalation. And then when you feel ready, you can come to a seated position. This can be cross-legged, Sukhasana, but for some people it's just more accessible to sit onto the knees. We're gonna do some stretches for the upper body here before we are gonna enter a relaxation with a heightened state of awareness. Make yourself comfortable. You can always sit against a wall. And if you're seated cross-legged, you can turn your upper thighs a little bit in so there's more space into the pelvic area, so you can move the flesh a bit in, small internal rotation into the thighs, into the upper legs, so you have a more broad and steady seat. Trying to bring the sitting bones a little bit back and the hips a bit forward so you can sit up tall and reach up to the crown of the head. Try to really find that connection from your tailbone to the crown of the head by drawing the chin gently in. So we're going to open our arms to the side, horizontally to the side. And you're going to turn your palms up. You keep your rib cage in, so you're not opening the chest. You keep everything in, and you're going to reach as far to the side as if your arms, if someone's pulling on either side of your hand. And you breathe in and you breathe out, and each inhalation you feel the expansion of your physical body, your energy body, as if someone's pulling you up and down and to both sides. And you feel the space that you are taking in physically and energetically, inviting yourself here in each and every breath. Now you're going to bring your right elbow underneath the left one. If your shoulders are really tight, I would recommend to grab onto your shoulders. Otherwise, you can grab onto the opposite hands. And you want to find your breath in the space between the shoulder blades. As you're going to breathe in, you're going to lift your thumbs away from the forehead. Again, grow into the crown of the head. Breathing out, releasing the shoulders, the elbows down, full exhalation. And you do this a few more times at the rhythm of your own breath. If you feel like you want to lengthen some breath, you can, which is really helpful for relaxation, or you are just with your natural rhythm, as the breath helps you to open up the body. You may release the arms to the side. Extend again far to the side. And just lower them down for a second. Maybe rolling the shoulders far up on an inhalation. And rolling them far down on an exhalation. As again we extend the arms to the side. Again turning the palms out, thus opening, externally rotating the shoulders, reaching far to the side. Feel as if someone's pulling on either side, far to the side. As we are now going to switch sides, so the other elbows comes underneath, and again you try to grab onto the opposite hands. And instead of having your focus outward, your focus is inward with body and breath. Finish your next exhalation, extending your arms back far to the side, reaching to the side, placing your hands down. Take a moment here to just experience your body. Experience sensations without necessarily putting words onto them. So we are now going to just bring our right arm up, turning the right palm facing up. Now reach up with the right arm next to your right ear and stay rooted in your two sitting bones. So don't lean into one side. Stay rooted in the center. Placing your right hand in between the shoulder blades. Left hand's going to grab onto the right elbow. And what you're going to do is you're going to try again to lengthen to the crown of the head when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, you press your head back and you open into the shoulder area. Again, we take a few more moments here. And whenever the mind is out, let the body and the breath again invite you in. Then release the left hand, place the left hand down onto the floor, reach up with the right arm up towards the sky, and just bend to the left side for a few breaths, breathing fully into the right side of the body. And you can even open your heart a bit more towards the sky as you press the right sitting bone down. If you want to come deeper, come onto the forearm of the left hand. Maybe looking into the right hand. Coming back into the center, putting the two hands down. Just breathing in. And just breathing out. So we now bring just the left arm up, turning the left palm facing up, and you extend the left side of the body, reaching the arm up. Placing the left hand in between the shoulder blades, right hand's grabbing onto the left elbow. And again, you keep the rib cage in, so don't collapse. Reach up. And just focus on allowing space into your body. So you reach up with the left arm towards the sky, right hand is coming down. Breathing in, extend the two sides of the body. Breathing out, bend to the right side now. Maybe look into the left hand, keep the heart lifted towards the sky. You can go as deep as you can, but focus on extending the two sides of the body laterally. Coming into the center, putting the two hands down. So you now bring the two arms up towards the sky, maybe looking up towards the hands. Stay here. Stay here for a few breaths and feel your body physically. Feed and nourish your energy consciously. Acknowledging that you are here, that you are now. That you are lucky to receive these breaths, these sensations in the here and now. As you join the hands in front of the heart if it resonates. If it doesn't, just put them to the side. And just take a final few moments here. Despite all the uncertainty, things that you can't control, things that are around you that might distract you, what is there in this moment, in your body, in your breath, in your experience of the here and now, that you can connect with, that you can be grateful for? It's maybe a bit harder to find, but not impossible. And the more you practice it, the more easy you will find and see it. And as you breathe in and out, you invite that, more of that into your body on an in-breath. More of that gratitude, maybe for people in your life, maybe for nature, maybe for the sun rising each and every day, the birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees, and your body, and your capacity to experience it all. More and more beyond the limitation of the mind, into the openness and endlessness of the heart. As you take that sensation with you, I wish to invite you to find a comfortable laying down position. And if you have a wall at home, you can first start with maybe putting your legs a few moments up the wall. If there's no wall, just bring your legs up. If you have a cushion or a bolster, it can be facilitating, helpful to slide a bolster underneath your sacrum, the transition from your lower back to your hips. You can also just bring your legs up. You can move your ankles a little bit, your feet in circles. As you try now to let your breath, and especially your out breath, be as slow and long as possible. Making sure all the breath is out of the body. Letting a new in-breath come so naturally. That's the same with relaxation, when we truly allow ourselves to let go fully. Surrender fully in body, experience, and breath. You'll notice that everything else will come more easily, less forcefully. Because you know that all you need is already here. You always have it. Right here. So you may finish the practice by honoring that and hugging your knees to the chest. Rocking a few times from side to side, making some circles, doing anything that helps you relax your lower back. Maybe some twisting. When you feel ready, I wish to invite you to find such a comfortable reclined position. If you arrive there, and sadly you don't have the yoga teacher to give you some hands-on adjustment, you can just slide your hands underneath your own neck and just bring your chin a bit more to the chest, lifting the back of the head a bit up, landing the back of the head down. Maybe a bolster underneath your knees. And the hands can be anywhere, with the heart to the side. You can just stay here as long as you want. Growing your connection to the beauty of the inner world. Where you can let everything for now just be as it is.